G'day, it's Simon and James at SVJ Cars and Coffee. It is the second part of our 4th of July weekend because we were sort of last weekend before 4th of July. Today's the 6th. Ton of people in town because of it and a ton of cars as well, mate. What have you seen?
We have some crazy stuff here this morning. We have a Huayra BC and a Chiron that are both rolling in right now. We have a vintage Ferrari as well. Not sure if it's real. We're going to check that one out in a little bit. I'm not sure if it is real. It's going to be like a $7 to $10 million car.
It's not.
It's probably a movie car. But either way, it's really, really cool.
It is.
So we've got a ton of exotics, SVJs. I mean, everything that you guys could possibly want to see.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff. There's an old Volkswagen bus fire truck, which we've had here before. Yep. Ton of really, really cool stuff. That Ferrari, I'm not going to give away too much. That's actually going to be our car of the week. It is a special car. There is a story behind it as well. Hey, don't forget, if you come to SVJ Cars and Coffee, please remember to respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes on the streets of San Clemente and getting on and off those freeways. All right, mate, a ton of stuff to look at. Let's go for a walk and check it out.
Let's do it. Here we have the infamous 1016 wide body 720 to start off the supercar row this morning. This thing just got back from a fresh coat of paint. You can see the stunning blue exposed carbon. This thing, of course, being full exposed carbon fiber on the entire body. Absolutely love this thing. Fresh set of bricks and wheels as well. And then next to it is Jasper with his insane GT3 Cup car, the 991.1 Guards Red. Absolutely love this thing. You can see the buckets inside with the plaid inserts, the GT style steering wheel. Absolutely love this build. He's knocked this one out of the park.
This is the Ferrari we were talking about in the intro. James going, is it real? Well, I'd already spoken to the owner. In fact, this car was built for Ford V Ferrari. So we've had the previous Ford V Ferrari cars here before, thanks to the guys from Superperformance. We've also had another car that was in the movie, but this is the first time we've had this Ferrari replica here. I don't want to tell you too much about it because we are going to make this car of the week. What I will say is, like a lot of the cars that were in that movie, it's running an LS. In this case, it's actually running a Porsche Transaxle. For the rest of it, you're going to have to watch Car of the Week, but it is still pretty cool to see this thing sitting in the front row, isn't it?
Here we have a beautiful 991.1 GT3. I've never seen this color before. Absolutely lovely. It's really deep blue. I'm sure it's probably a PTS color, or if it's not, it's just a color that not too many people got, but it is absolutely stunning. And then this one is clearly very, very well taken care of. Very nice. Just like the street lights. This is a car that I don't think enough people talk about, the Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, an absolutely stunning twin-turbo V12 in there. I love everything about this car. You can see tons of exposed carbon on the outside. A front-engine supercar, very, very pretty, a really intimate cabin, these stunning leather bucket seats, tons of exposed carbon. Just a very, very cool all-around car, and I think it needs a little bit more attention. These things are great. This has to be one of my favorite spec 765 LTs. This specific one belonging to Billy from Audio Toys. He has absolutely knocked this out of the park. You can see it has a really nice flat white all over the car, tons of exposed carbon. I mean, absolutely everything is exposed carbon. My personal favorite, aside from those massive center buckets on the inside, or actually, sorry, P1 buckets, even more rare, is this factory roof scoop. So, so cool. The induction noise you get from these cars with the roof scoop is just out of this world, and this is very, very nice. Here we have a stunning SF90 Spider here this morning. Absolutely love these cars. You can see the crazy bucket seats on the inside. Of course, this frosted white paint all over the outside. The satin carbon, this of course being Ferrari weave, which is like a 1x1 plain weave, unique to Ferrari. Just a really, really cool car. I'm so glad that these are coming down in price because the value for money for these in the $400,000 to $500,000 range is absolutely unmatched. Very, very nice. Here we have every car spotter's dream in the front row this morning. We have 3 SVJs all lined up. This one belonging to Kevin. I'm not sure who belongs or who these two belong to, but absolutely love the spec on this one. The frosted white, the gold wheels, some really, really cool MB forged mesh wheels on this SVJ Coupe, and then the Roadster with the 1016 wing, the crazy wheels. I think these are HRE 501s. done correctly. Absolutely love it. Here we have quite the duo this morning from the Faster LLC guys. We have this stunning Chiron this morning with full exposed blue carbon fiber. Absolutely gorgeous. Such a cool car. And then next to it we have that Huayra as well. Let's go check it out. Here we have one of the most insane Huayras that I've ever seen. This one belonging to the guys at Hyper Society. It is absolutely stunning. You can see the blue exposed carbon with the standard exposed carbon on the inside with this quilted leather. So pretty. Fully opened up, you can see that turbocharged V12 in the back. Just such a stunning car.
Serious looking trophy truck here. Obviously a Ford, but under the hood, that doesn't look like any Ford V8 I've ever seen. It's got an LS under the hood, turbo up here. There's so much engineering in this thing, it's pretty crazy. If you have a look under the suspension going on underneath there and all the frame underneath, fully caged. This thing is stripped back to do some serious work. As you come through the back, same thing, fuel cell back there, and then we've got oil coolers under there. They're probably trans coolers, but pretty tough. Look at the size of that rear end in there. Very cool. Shout out to our newest sponsor right here, these guys from Sierra Ineos Grenadier. So the Grenadier is a really cool motor vehicle. You can see under here, powered by BMW. So we all know that the Land Rover Defender, as we know it, is no more. And these guys wanted to continue on with something that sort of had that same value proposition. And they tried to buy all the tooling from Land Rover, and they weren't interested in selling. So these guys basically built their own version from the ground up and got to make a lot of improvements to it along the way. There's lots of little things that are pretty cool. Like, for example, look along this one, you've got all of these accessory mounts. Over this side, it's blanked out. This side, they're all in there. So you can mount things to the side of it. As you saw, BMW power plant, really nice interior in this thing. Extremely well built, extremely good reputation, very solid. So for me, this has taken over where the old Defender sort of left off and then lifted the quality to another level as well. So make sure to check them out. They're on our website. You can go through and also get a test drive of one of these in Irvine at the dealership as well. QR code on the ad in our website to be able to do that. Great story about this car. I just said to the owner, if we hadn't already said we're going to do that Ferrari as car of the week, this would be. We're going to have to do this another time. This is a Renault Caravel. It's a 1100cc motor, which was the largest motor that Renault put in their cars, or this particular model car. 1966, the great story, it was his grandfather's, then passed down to his father, and now he's driving it here at the moment. So the sort of stories we love when we look at car of the week. But what a great and rare little car. He said next time he brings it in, he'll lift the roof off as well. So it's actually a hardtop convertible. Rear engine, isn't this cool? From Canada as well, which great story behind it. Looks like something out of Mad Max, doesn't it? 55 Chevy on what I'm guessing is a Sierra or a Silverado 4x4 system. Hey, I want to show you this. It's kind of cool. This is this Corvette. I came in, I noticed the camber on the wheels. Have a look how far these wheels are able to turn both outward, and if we come around the other side, inward as well. So if you've ever watched drift racing and you've seen cars like drifting going, how they're turning the wheels out as far as they are, there's a whole change to the geometry of the suspension to allow it to do this. So, you know, a lot of people look at cars that have got a really strange cambers on them, not understanding what's going on. It's part of the sport.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head.
When this little Cortina pulled in this morning, I said to the owner, is it a genuine Lotus Cortina, Mark 1 Lotus Cortina? And he said, no, unfortunately it's a replica, but it's a pretty darn good replica. the little Lotus badges and everything, like the official stripes. He said the people who'd bought it off had painted it like that, and he's gone through and put modern running gear in it as well. If it was a genuine one, and we have had a genuine one here, we made Car of the Week, it'd be worth about $70,000. Super clean 1967 Nova sitting here. The license plate tells it all. Although you look under the hood, you can tell that's an LSA. That's the motor that was used in the Camaro ZL1 Gen 5, that is, and also in the CDSV Cadillac as well, and actually in Holden used them in their HSV Commodores as well, the Club Sport. Great looking car. It's got nice looking Willwood brakes in there. They're all polished. Beautiful colour as well. Nice interior with racing harnesses and full cage, including, you see the bar running along the side there. I like that it's not in a really intrusive position. It looks like a 6-speed under there, so it's probably the same gearbox. Tremec TR6060 gearbox, yep. This is the gentleman that owns it, this gentleman over here. Yeah, so that's the same gearbox that was used in the ZL1 Camaro as well. What a beautiful, beautiful car. Every angle. There's something about this era of car that, I don't know, they just look great. Back wheels, tons of rubber on it. Really, really nice interior. Very, very clean on every angle. Very nice indeed. One Vans, one of our sponsors. These guys do van fit outs, and man, they do a great job as well. Nothing more American, is there, than jumping in one of these things and heading out in the open road. Beautiful seats, beautiful interior, lovely millwork, smell of leather in there, very serviceable matting in there as well. This amazing Roadrunner Superbird has been Car of the Week previously, and look at it, you can see why. It's just original, wonderful, the car that really set the tone for how aggressive muscle cars are going to be, and I guess the future of aero as well with that rear spoiler. Look at that pistol grip shifter in there, which is really, really cool. But just go back and check this out in that previous Car of the Week winners. I just love so many things about this car. The fact that you could actually angle the rear fin, as you can see here, and a lot of people didn't realise if they were actually racing these on the track, there was a stainless steel cable that actually suspended down underneath, so that if the thing took a hit at the rear and the aero flew off, it wasn't going to go through the windshield of the car in front. It would actually hang on the stainless steel cables at the back. But I mean, these cars were amazing. They just, as I said, they really set the tone for what was going to become future NASCAR. They got banned because the aero was just so effective, the other manufacturers couldn't keep up with them. And now these are a piece of American motoring history. Well, once again, is there anything more 4th of July than looking at that thing? Very cool. I always get worried about a man that has a rubber glove on his hand. Keep on gloving, that's all I can say. Oh, I love this Apache, isn't it beautiful? They're just such a pretty truck. Love the twin headlights of this era. The colour is spectacular. Step-side tray, it is just a beautiful truck. Love your truck, sir. Really clean. Love the painted colour match wheels with the chrome. The bright work, the woodwork, everything on this thing is absolutely gorgeous. 1958 Chevrolet Apache. This is the Volkswagen fire truck I was talking about. Have a look at this thing. That rickety ladder that somebody once upon a time would have climbed up to save somebody's life. And have a look. It's so good, isn't it? Great story behind it. Still has the German writing on the side of it. Just absolutely wonderful, isn't it? Hand winch up here and the side winches. Isn't this great? Piece of history here.
Girls with the nails done. I like the girls with the nails done. Girls with the nails done. I like the girls with the nails done.
That is it for a very busy second part of this 4th of July weekend. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone for coming out and supporting the event. Please remember, if you're coming to South OC Cars and Coffee, respect our rules of driving, no speeding, no burnouts. That includes on the property, driving through the streets of San Clemente and getting on and off those freeways. I want to say a massive thank you to all the sponsors. We have the brackets here, We're Marketing, Mazda, Maguire's, Hemmings, IAX, Attorney, Next Level Auto Protection, One of One Bands, Sierra and Ineos, Grenadier, Josh the Auto Buyer, Carbon-tastic, and then Happy Jewels as well. And then I want to say a massive thank you to all the volunteers that come out each and every week to help us put on this event. We could not do it without you guys. Remember, if you want to become a volunteer, hit us up on Instagram at South OC Cars and Coffee Merch. So we handle all the volunteer rostering, and then while you're over there, check out some of our new hats, hoodies, t-shirts, lanyards, stickers, everything that you guys could possibly want. If you guys are volunteering at Cars and Coffee, you get to bring your car in before 8:30, and then Ruby's Diner provides a free coffee and donut for everyone helping out.
Yeah, big thank you to Ruby's for doing that, and also feeding the masses, of course. And a big thank you to the outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here. We could not do the show without them, so if you need to go to the movies, do some shopping, go to a restaurant, grab a coffee, come to the outlets, tell them South OC Cars and Coffee send you. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.
Thank you, guys.